We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Texans.
Well, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
First carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try the air now with Watson. Screen play, Johnson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Watson to give. This is Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Watson on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Throwing again is Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. From 10 yards out. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Taimi Fairbairn to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Fake. They'll look to throw. Catch is made by Harry. That catch good for only a couple.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling lead to no yards gained. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Rose. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 46-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
At the 36-yard line.
Here's Johnson. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
The tackle made.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Watson into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Intercepted by the Steelers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
2 seconds to go, first quarter. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Steelers, nothing.
They run on second down with Adams. About 3 yards there to the 27. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try and pick up the first down with Adams. And he will have a Steelers first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 10.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Here's Adams. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
On first and goal, Howard. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jordan Howard with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
At 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll set up a throw. Got his man. It's caught. for a Steelers touchdown. Mike Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
The kick is
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? To throw is Watson. And now Watson throws another interception. The safety Terrell Edmonds picks it. Room here to run. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Boswell on for the point after.
So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
The extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Faking the give. Now Watson. They'll roll him out right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Out of the gun, Watson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Watson. 20. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And all the way down to the 5. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one. And even 40 yards.
Goal at the 8-yard line.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That catch good for only a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Johnson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's make these babies quick. It's a safety cream.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play.
21.
So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll look to throw. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he'll get nothing out of that one. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. and that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Escaping the pressure right, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
So good coverage there defensively, as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Now 2nd and 10.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Johnson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
3rd and 2, Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Watson now to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
They'll begin here with Adams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll run again with Adams. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It's 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, here's Adams. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Out of the gun now on third down. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Houston as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Watson on third down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 44. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big-time play there for the Texans. 43 yards. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
From the red zone now, Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Isaiah Coulter, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Kaimi Fairbairn lining up for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Makes the score.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Kaimi Fairbairn the kickoff for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep.
Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Forced out to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
On first down, this is Adams. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Adams. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
On the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And as Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. Goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
He's going to let it fly. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
97's the mic. 97's the mic. 97's the mic. 97's the mic. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On 4th down, Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Rose. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
QB drop. Give me that. 55.
To the air yet again, Watson. He's going to let it fly. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
On the Hail Mary.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Rose. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. 97's the mic. 97's the mic.
Again, it's Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
He'll take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Dancing to his left. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a 1st down or big yardage. Because whether we're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.